Schools across the state are having a broader mindset on how kids learn and benefits to alternative teaching. Many schools have begun outdoor classrooms and kids learn about plants, weather, and nature. Last fall, we visited Plymouth's West Elementary School as they pulled up cement from an unused lot behind the cafeteria to launch their version of an outdoor classroom. This spring, they were right back at it, so PCN stopped in for the update.
Good morning and welcome to Nature's Classroom 2017. I would first like to acknowledge and thank our PTA. They've worked so hard, being very generous, funding this important project for our students. We broke ground a year ago. I believe it was April of 2016, and look how far we've come. We have laid down mulch and we're laying down stone, and we have enough flower beds for every classroom to experience the planting. We have students signed up today to work their shift to assist with planting today. We really lucked out with the weather. Mother Nature really smiled upon us. Our teachers have been very supportive of this project, and I'm really excited as the West Elementary principal to give our students an authentic experience, hands-on learning, learning about the life cycle of a plant, learning where vegetables come from. They actually do come from the ground. They don't come from Stop and Shop. And many of the vegetables we planted last spring have been eaten in our cafeteria, which really shows the full cycle of a plant from ground to tables. We're also going to add a weather station on the side of our shed, so students will be able to study weather patterns and precipitation and how sunlight impacts photosynthesis for plants. So there is an educational component to this, a very rich educational component. Thank you to the West community at large. We have parents here today helping to volunteer. I'd also like to thank our hardworking head custodian, Mr. Robert Trepanier. Bobby is, as we speak, working with mulch. And I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Ozelius, who donated his truck yesterday and ran off to Lowe's to acquire some more stone for us and more mulch and more plants and soil. And Therese Keegan, our first grade teacher, who has been instrumental in the planning and support of this important project. We've come a long way from where we were with barren tar, and this area was really not utilized prior to last spring. So we're very excited to take the project to the next level. I feel very proud and privileged to serve as the West School principal, and this was an idea that I had shared with our PTA. I thought it was very important for us to develop a Nature's Classroom. So it's rewarding for me personally and professionally to see a seed idea come to the extent of what it is. So that's very rewarding for me.